recording and pin myself just more for the video than anything else for the recording. It's lovely to have you all here. I hope that my laptop stays stable because, and if for some reason I drop off, I will come back on my phone, because twice in the last 24 hours, it just like switched off and it was like dead, but I've managed to somehow charge it for a little bit this morning. So I'm going to have it looked into. So just to warn you, if I disappear, I'll come back. Oh, Michelle, welcome from Melbourne, Australia. How lovely to have you. Yeah, welcome. Please let me know how you are connected to us. It's always just lovely, but it's just lovely to have you anyway. And everyone else too, if you want to put in something, oh, divine. If you want to put in anything in the chat of how you're feeling today, because there's such big stuff going on at the moment. And we are the 25th of October, and it's the lunar eclipse in 3 days' time. And the lunar eclipse is just like a giant full moon. Yeah, and we love Nat Morehouse. So it's lovely to have you. Thank you. It's like a giant full moon. And so it's a peak of our moon cycle. It's a little bit like the peak of our menstrual cycle, our ovulation time. But this is like it's a coming to fruition for the moon. So it's all about closure, completion, culmination. It's like a big spotlight that shines like a light on our lives. Sometimes we see things that we didn't see before. It's also a lot around ending and release. If you think about the culmination of a harvest or of a plant. So it's a lot around this, and this one it's a lunar eclipse in Taurus. So a lunar eclipse just has the energy of a full moon, but even stronger. And there's already all this energy of, and I don't really understand this. This is what Pam Gregory and many others talk about, Saturn in Pluto. So now I can see the stars when I use my little app, this Starlight. I can look up and I can see that Saturn is in Pluto. I can see the Pluto constellation. I can see where Saturn is. And Pluto is in Capricorn. And it's all about the old world dissolving and this new world coming. But apparently this lunar eclipse is all about what we need, shining a light on what we need to feel safe in the world. Our fundamental needs, what we need to feel safe and secure in the world. And something about Mercury and Mars and Scorpio, where they all are, is a lot of sharp and heated words, words spoken in revenge, speaking too quickly. And this is all culminates on this, on the 28th. So there can be fierce and angry words and words, sort of turbulent times. And actually a lot of the stars, the star formations link back to what they were on October the 29th, 1929, when we had the Wall Street crash. So there's a lot of turbulence. There's a lot of that going on. And Pam Gregory just talks about not getting caught in the sort of 3D, not getting caught up in this, knowing that there's a lot that's happening, a lot that's going on, knowing that this was going, the stars tell us a lot of this is going to happen, but that we also have a conscious choice in how much we get involved and how much we get wrapped up in it. And she talked about a brilliant physicist. This is in her latest, not her latest YouTube, in her one on this lunar eclipse, Nassim Haramein, who has just published his unified theory of physics. And again, the stars link back to 1543, which was Copernicus. That was a Copernicus moment, a paradigm shifting moment, when he spoke about or published his theory that the Earth went around the sun and not the other way around. And so this invited a huge shift in paradigm for the world. And we're connecting back to another huge, now the stars are similar, so it's another huge paradigm shift that we are expecting. And she talks about his book that's just been published, because the whole physics world apparently has been caught between kind of the quantum physics and real world physics, and they haven't known how to align this. I can see Jo's nodding her head. Jo's always got so much wisdom to add, and she's so well traveled and so well read. So if you've got anything to add at the end or in the chat, please do. anyway, and this paper or book that he's just published, which is you can access on his website, and it's on Pam Gregory's latest thing. He talks about the physics of creation, the physics of interconnectedness, the interconnectedness of all things, and he calls it an owner's manual of the universe. And so it's what Pam Gregory was just saying, is that science is reinforcing that we are walking between two worlds, and there's some of us who are feeling the interconnectedness of the planet, are feeling this shift to something different, and others who are stuck in the fear and the fear and all the 3D kind of stuff. So we're establishing a timeline of a more loving, expanded earth. And she also quoted this other guy, Ilya, well, we think it's a guy, Frigga Gneen, who says, when a complex system is far from equilibrium, and our system is very far from equilibrium at the moment, there are huge surges of light and energy coming into the earth. I mean, this has been documented not by astrologists, this is by astronomers. They're reading the light frequency that's coming in. So it's churning up the old energy of our earth. It's causing great turbulence around our earth, which we are not necessarily aware of with our senses. But he says, when complex system is far from equilibrium, small islands of coherence in a sea of chaos have the capacity to shift the entire system to a higher order. And that is us. And that's what we're doing. When we do this practice, we create our coherence. And when we tap into it back during our day to tap into our coherence, we are creating these small islands in a sea of chaos. So again, just to remind you that Pam Gregory, every Sunday evening at 7 p.m. UK time, which I think at the moment is 8 p.m. our time, it's not a Zoom thing, it's just we connect with our energy, just 15 minutes just to create a coherence, to tap into our vision of new earth and to create this tsunami of love and positive emotions. Because she uses the analogy that what we see happening around us, all this chaos that we're seeing, is all the demolition. It's at the demolition of the old. So it's like we've got plans to renovate and plans for a beautiful new kitchen or beautiful new home. And we can see it, we can almost touch it in our minds. But to get there, we have to demolish the old. And it goes through a time when you look and you think, my gosh, what have we done? Will we ever be able to create something beautiful out of that? So we need to stand back a little bit from all the stuff that's going on, all the demolition, and know that there's this new beautiful home and kitchen coming. So it's through all this that for us to just stand tall like a tree. It's so easy to get blown around like leaves or like a branch that moves off the tree, that's blown off the tree, then it just gets buffeted and blown around. And so we have to ground ourselves and really realize how connected we are to the whole. And there's so many beautiful books and movies around the hidden life of trees, what they feel, how they communicate. That's a beautiful book. And the hidden, there's also a trailer that you can watch of a movie. I think it's also the hidden life of trees or secret life of trees based on something similar. So that just explain more about the interconnectedness of trees and how they communicate and how connected they are. So I invite you, if you want to stand, you're welcome to stand, but otherwise we're just going to sit and take a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, just allowing our energy to sink down into our feet. You can close your eyes or drop your gaze just to the earth in front of you. And just with each out breath, allowing your energy to sink into your feet and your feet into the ground. So we feel like we are rooted and grounded. And I'll read this poem to you. Dear friend, stand tall and proud. Sink your roots deeply into the earth. Reflect the light of a greater source. Think long term. Go out on a limb. Remember your place among all living beings. Embrace with joy the changing seasons, for each yields its own abundance. The energy and birth of spring, the growth and contentment of summer, the wisdom to let go of leaves in the fall, the rest and quiet renewal of winter. Feel the wind and the sun, and delight in their presence. Look up at the moon that shines down upon you, and the mystery of the stars at night. Seek nourishment from the good things in life, simple pleasures, earth, fresh air, light. Be content with your natural beauty. Drink plenty of water. Let your limbs sway and dance in the breezes. Be flexible. Remember your roots. Enjoy the view. So on the next inhale, bringing nourishment from the air around us. And on the exhale, just sensing a settling down through your body, down through your legs, down into your feet. And following the in-breath and the out-breath into your feet. And then connecting with your feet, noticing the outline of your feet, tracing around each foot, the heel, the toes, the arch. Noticing where the skin around your feet brushes up against your socks, your shoes, the air around you. Feeling into that interface. And then connecting the soles of your feet. Noticing where they connect with the earth. Feeling into these connections deeply, as if really noticing them for the first time. And then feeling into the support and stability that the earth beneath you offers. And receiving that support. And at the same time, feeling down into the grounding and earthing. The deep rootedness and deep connection with the earth beneath us. This constant interplay of giving and receiving, of strength and nourishment. Sensing into the connectedness, not just with the earth beneath your feet, but with all things that are connected to the earth. Then moving gently up your ankles, lower legs, knees, your thighs, the fronts of your thighs, backs of your thighs, and then to your buttocks and pelvis. Holding your whole lower limb in your awareness. Scanning up and down them, or just allowing your attention to sink deep inside. Noticing if there are areas of discomfort or tightness, holding on. Perhaps offering a softening if there are, not with judgment, or just with noticing and just inviting a gentle letting go for this moment. And sensing into the strength and support that these legs, our trunk, offers us. And then moving up into your pelvic bowl. This bowl that supports all your abdominal organs. Up into your abdomen and belly. And just resting your attention here. Noticing the strength, stability that your pelvic ring offers, that your spine offers. And then the softness, the squidginess, the movement, the churning of your abdomen and tummy. Okay, and just sinking into this area, offering a gentle softening if that's available. Noticing if your breath sits within this belly space, if your breath is accessible here. Noticing the continuous movement and flow throughout your body, the rise and fall. The continuous processes that are going on in this area. Then drifting up into the back of your spine, your thoracic spine, the ribs that reach out from the thoracic spine and wrap around your heart space, your lung space. Again, sensing into the strength and stability and protection that these offer you. Feeling into the bony support. And then dropping into the softness of the heart space. The life force energy that resides here. Continual flow in and out of the area. Drifting up to shoulders. And then sliding down your arms, your forearms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, and into the tips of the fingers. Holding your whole shoulder girdle in your awareness down into your fingers. Perhaps inviting a gentle softening in your shoulders to allow for a gentle expansion and openness into these limbs, branches, the way we connect with the world around us. Noticing perhaps any warmth or tingling or any body sensations that you find. Shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, hands, fingers. And drifting back up to our necks, throats, our faces, our skulls, front and back of our heads. Gently exploring in your own time the sensations in your face, ears, back of your head, jaw. When you've finished exploring the sensations in your face and your head, just dropping back down into your heart space. Just resting there. As one might slip down the branches of a tree and rest in the cradle at the trunk. Sitting there supported in our heart space. Noticing regulation of our breathing and the regulation of our heartbeat. Inviting a feeling of gratitude into the space. Gratitude for this moment. This moment of being able to explore this precious body that's available to us every moment of the day, and yet we so seldom pause to thank it. This body with all its imperfections, but when we are breathing, there's more right with us than wrong with us. And just sitting with a sense of gratitude in your heart space. And if it feels like it overflowing, just allowing it to seep out from your heart space into your body, through your body, and even beyond. Dear friends, stand tall and proud. Sink your roots deeply into the earth. Reflect the light of a greater source. Think long term. Go out on a limb. Remember your place among all living things. Embrace with joy the changing seasons, for each yields its own abundance. The energy and birth of spring, the growth and contentment of summer, the wisdom to let go of leaves in the fall, the rest and quiet renewal of winter. Feel the wind and the sun and delight in their presence. Look up at the moon that shines down upon you and the mystery of the stars at night. Seek nourishment from the good things in life, simple pleasures, earth, fresh air, light. Be content with your natural beauty. Drink plenty of water. Let your limbs sway and dance in the breezes. Be flexible. Remember your roots. Enjoy the view. And when you're ready, just taking a few breaths, bringing yourself back to the body, this moment. And when you're ready, opening your eyes and enjoying the view of everything that's around you. And just as we come back to this, just going to share this song again that we played last week.
We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. Sing that with us. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love.
So thank you all for joining. Yeah, thank you, Michelle. And please share this with anyone or invite anyone you might think may enjoy this, and yeah, share recording, and we will see you next week. And I'd love to hear anyone's reflections if you have a chance to unmute or type or anything. And then I'm doing the mindful drop just now with doing pink pepper and clove. If anyone wants to join at 8. Thank you. Thanks, Mandy. Thanks, Sal. And then we look forward to seeing you. Oh, hello, Cassella. Lovely to have you here again. Thank you.
Hello, Cassella.
I think she's actually just left.
No, she's still there.
Oh, there you are. Oh,
Hi.
cameras good.
I'm actually in class.
Oh,
Nice to see you all.
nice to see you too.
Lovely to join. Thank you.
Lucky students who have a teacher who's then calm and coherent and then goes to teach them. And when we feel going out of our coherence, which we all do, can settle back into the space that you've created.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So have
Nice
a
to see you.
beautiful
Nice to
day.
see
So
you,
lovely to
Pam.
see you.
Good to see you, Cassella.
Mm.
Bye.
That's about. Thanks, everyone. I'm going to stop recording. See you next week.
Thanks, Nikki. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Joe. Thanks so much.
Where will the moon eclipse be seen? Everywhere.
I actually don't know. I meant to look that up.
Of course, they had a moon eclipse. I think it was in parts of America last weekend.
Yes, exactly. That was a solar eclipse.
Solar eclipse.
And that was the solar eclipse at new moon. So it's the 28th of October. And we didn't see that.
No, we couldn't.
It was more the North America, a bit of South
Way
America and
of
North Africa.
North America.
So here it shows here to see the eclipse, detailed eclipse path. Actually, that's harder to.
Look it
You
up.
can just look it up. Yeah, it's we'll say that the maps are harder to see quickly. Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nikki. Have a lovely day.
Thanks. Yeah.
With all the exams coming with your kids.
Thank you.
My grandson started matric yesterday.
Oh gosh, yes, it was a big one. They all started Afrikaans yesterday.
Yes, but he said it was fun.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's a tricky time. Anyway, thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Mum.